welcome back to Nicholas Shapewear, all things shapewear. My name is Grace and I'm your host for today. And today we are diving into the world of plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery. And specifically, we are going to be talking about the Brazilian butt lift. Now, the Brazilian butt lift is currently the #1 trending cosmetic surgery trend in the United States, made popular by, you guessed it, the Kardashians or Cardi B. A lot of celebrities are being way more open about this specific surgery nowadays and give it a lot of credit for their curvy, small waist, big hips, and big butt. So basically, a lot of you girls are asking about it, and I actually want to give you my top tips on how to survive the Brazilian butt lift. Now, it is a very popular surgery, but it's also one of the most dangerous surgeries. So if you are actually thinking about going through this procedure and you want to reshape your body into a curvy figure, we want to give you just our tips so that you can come out of it with the best experience possible. And with that said, I am gonna go ahead and go into our top tips for you guys. So if you're looking into surgery or getting your research done on it, I want you guys to keep these tips in mind. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know, but Nicholas Shapewear was actually established 7 years ago, and one of our main products was the faja. Before the butt lift jeans, before the butt lifters, before all of that, we were mainly focused on fajas, and specifically post-surgical fajas for women who are wanting to get cosmetic surgery and for them to wear it after the surgery. So we are extremely knowledgeable in this topic, and if you want to learn more, here are our tips on the Brazilian butt lift. Okay, so if you didn't know what a Brazilian butt lift was and you just clicked on this video out of curiosity, a Brazilian butt lift is basically getting fat from your stomach, your arms, your arm area right here, or your thighs, and actually sucking them out of these areas and putting them into your butt and your hips to get a more womanly or curvier shape. And this is an extremely popular surgery, especially now going into 2020. It is one of the most desired surgeries out there. First, obvious tip is really look into your surgeons, really look at the reviews, and if it is recommended by a friend, don't just go off of what your friend says. Like, if she had a good experience with them, you should look into it yourself and really dig deep into the surgeon, because after all, it is your body, and I just don't recommend taking a risk just by word of mouth. Just really do your research on the doctor, look up their name on Google, and just look up all the reviews that you can possibly read. Look on their Instagram and look at their before and afters of the surgeries, and really try your best to find the best doctor for you. And even if the price is more expensive than other doctors, don't just go for a cheaper doctor because it's more affordable. At the end of the day, if the cheaper doctor surgery goes bad, you are going to pay out of pocket again to fix the surgery and get a more reputable doctor. So it's best to just go with a high rated doctor, even if the price point is a little higher. Usually you get what you pay for. If you already chose your surgeon and he or she is a good surgeon that has high reviews and you trust them 100%, going into the surgery a few weeks prior, make sure that you are eating a very healthy diet. Try to be in your best shape possible when going into the surgery, because it's a very strong procedure that you're going under, and you have to make sure that your body is getting the vitamins that it needs, the protein and the iron that it needs to fully recover after the surgery. So make sure you are just eating right. Just because you're getting the fat already sucked out, try not to let go of yourself before going into the surgery. Try to really prep, because you want to recover as fast as possible without any complication whatsoever. My second tip would be that if you're not eating a lot of meat, make sure you are taking iron supplements, because having a sufficient amount of iron going into surgery is extremely important, because there will be blood loss during the surgery. I know that sounds a little gross, but there will be a lot of blood loss. So make sure that you're taking sufficient amount of iron just to make sure that you're healthy and that your blood is healthy, because that is very, very important. My next tip would be that if you're a smoker, I suggest quitting smoking before your surgery or months leading up to it, because having nicotine in your blood system is actually a risk. And your surgeon, if they haven't told you this already, would prefer if you didn't have any nicotine in your blood, just to avoid any complications or any risk during the surgery. And my next tip would be clear your social and your work calendar. Make sure you let your bosses and your friends know that you will be going to either you're going to Colombia or you're going to New York or Miami. Make sure that you tell your bosses ahead of time and clear your work and your schedule. Not even just for the surgery, but also to take time to heal. I suggest having about 3 to 4 weeks to really fully recover, because as you know, it's a pretty hard surgery on your body, and trying to go to work or trying to go out before your body has sufficiently healed is not very healthy, and you could also go into some complications. A good example would be Cardi B actually got a Brazilian butt lift, and shortly after giving birth to her daughter, and then I believe a few weeks later went on to do a concert in which she had to leave because she had to go to the hospital because she was not ready to put her body through a concert, and you know, she was just not ready for it. So just make sure that when you are getting your surgery that you clear your schedule. Alright, so moving on to my next tip, which is having a care package ready for yourself while you're recovering. Have your lotions, your fuzzy slippers, your comfy robes, your blankets, everything that you need for self-care. Also, if your doctor has prescribed any creams or any painkillers, make sure you get those before going into the surgery, just so you don't have an extra thing to worry about while you're recovering. While you're recovering, you should just be worried about taking care of yourself and resting. And make sure that you have the proper entertainment that you need, because like I said, you're gonna need to be in bed for about a week or two before even really getting up. So make sure that you have your chargers for your phone, books and magazines that you may read, or your Netflix subscription. Just make sure that you have stuff with you that'll keep you comfortable. My next tip would be, if you have contacts or any special jewelry like any bracelets or rings or anything that contains metal, you're not technically supposed to have this with you while you're getting surgery, because you can't have any type of metal on your body. So make sure that if you have contacts, you leave them at home or you save them in your bag for when you do get out of surgery and you're more comfortable. But preferably you should have glasses with you in the hospital. And then we're gonna go into one of the most important things that you need when going into surgery. If your doctor didn't already tell you, you're gonna need faja or fajas for when you are recovering. If you haven't already gotten one, your doctor or nurse may give you a faja, but it's just a hospital grade faja. Now, hospital grade isn't really the best type of fajas out there. What we recommend is fajas with hooks, and a lot of them. Now, if you only have the budget to buy one faja, because they are a little pricey, the good Colombian authentic fajas are in the $90 to $125 range. I would suggest getting a faja with hooks, because when you're losing inches, you're gonna have the hooks to fall back on, so you could just make it smaller. And also, if you're a size small right now, I recommend buying two, one size small and one extra small, or if you're large, one large and one medium, or you know, so on. You are gonna drop sizes very, very quickly within the first few weeks of getting your Brazilian butt lift. So I'm actually gonna show you one that we recommend just for the Brazilian butt lift specifically. Some Colombian fajas have bras in case you got let's say a mommy makeover and you need bra support, but this is just a basic one, and this is a Nicolette shapewear faja, and it is made of the highest quality faja material, which is Power Nets. Any reputable faja store will have this fabric for post-surgery, and you know that it's a good faja when you try to stretch it and it doesn't stretch as much. This one is a really great one because it doesn't have the spaghetti straps. It has more like a vest. You don't have to worry about the straps digging into you or any of the fat coming out in the back because it is a vest high material. And it is mesh on the upper part, but it is a double layer tummy here, so you have a lot of compression on your stomach, which you need to avoid any fibrosis or any lumps. A lot of lumps can actually form after surgery, so I actually suggest that you get one with hooks, and you also have a friend to help you out with putting them on because they will be super hard to get on after your surgery. And then having one that is sort of like this. It is very similar, same material and everything, except it has a zipper right on the side, and this one will be easier to put on if you happen to be by yourself. It's just good to have the two options. And also, like I said, you're gonna be bleeding. I'm sorry to say, you will be bleeding a lot after your surgery, and it's normal. One of your fajas is bound to have blood on them, and if you don't want to hand wash them every single time and every single day, especially for the first few weeks, I recommend getting at least 2 fajas. And if you want another one for convenience, then 3 fajas. It's a really great investment, especially if you want to properly recover after surgery. If you're not wearing a faja, and if your doctor hasn't told you already, it is super important to have a faja to wear after surgery, because if you don't, your results may not be the best that they could possibly be, because a faja will keep your shape how it's meant to be, which is a curvy figure. And if you're not wearing anything to sustain that, then you're just not gonna get the results that you want. Any good plastic surgeon will tell you that a faja is an essential to have in your hospital bag, especially when you come out of surgery. A really good thing about the fajas that Nicolette Shapewear carries is that they have the zipper on the crotch area. Peeing is going to be a little bit difficult after the surgery, but with the zipper right on the crotch, you don't have to remove you don't have to remove the whole faja to just use the restroom, and this is really good. So moving on to one of the most important ones is you should never go into a surgery all by yourself. While you're healing, you should either have a friend with you that'll take care of you and really make sure that you're getting your rest and the nutrients that you need after surgery, or find a really good post-op care house. If you're going by yourself, there are many houses in Colombia or many spas in New York that'll actually take care of you after your surgery, to make sure that you're getting the nutrients you need, giving you the massages, the lymphatic massages, to make sure that you're not getting any side effects after the fat removed from your stomach. Just having someone to take care of you and making sure that you're getting all the stuff that you need to heal properly is very important. Please do not go into a Brazilian butt lift all by yourself, because you'll find that you are going to have a very rough time. Make sure you do your research on these houses as well. Just like you did for finding a proper doctor, you need a proper house to recover after your Brazilian butt lift, or a trusty friend. And that is it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you found it informational if you are actually going into a Brazilian butt lift yourself. If you have any questions for us, if you have any video requests, make sure you leave them down below. And if you really enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about butt lifters, waist training, or anything about shapewear or fajas, make sure you like this video and subscribe down below. A link will also pop up right about here to subscribe to our channel. And if you don't want to miss any of our videos, you can always hit that notification bell so you get a notification every single time we post a video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.